Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It is a good Monday. I have been able to be home today, and I have done a little bit of crafting today. I have also read through a whole bunch of stuff to prepare for a class I have coming up for tomorrow. So, um, I have been prepping all day. So, yay! Hello, Marcia. Um, Hello, Kathy. Hello, Verna. Hello, Nancy. All right. If you are here and you are new, do the little hand wave emoji and let me know that you're new so that I can say hello. And if you've been around for a while, make sure that you just let me know you're here as well by commenting hey, or you could even do the hand wave too, whichever works for you. Okay, a couple things before we start crafting. Today we are going to do my in-person class. So we're actually going to do 4 cards instead of our normal 2 because I really loved these cards and I kind of want to show you some tips and tricks on especially one of them that I did a big boo-boo on. And I'm going to show you how I fixed it. And also just to kind of show you that cards are simple. You can have lots and lots of products, but honestly, you can just kind of have some basics and you can make some really fun cards and some unique cards. And you can take the same set over and over and over again and use it to create all kinds of different things. So we're going to play with those. So it's lots of different things. There is a blog post, so make sure you go check that out. But with the blog post, it just has a link for you to click on to show you all the products that were used for it. No measurements this week. There is a full tutorial, but we'll talk about that later. I wanted to start out with just a couple of things though for you. One is this amazing news that Stampin' Up came out with today. Woohoo! I'm glad I did not place my last order this morning that I need to do for club because this is free shipping, which means I can add something to my cart because now I don't have to pay for shipping. So it will start on Wednesday and it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because today's the 16th. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Free shipping on any order that is $75 or more before tax and shipping and after your Stampin' Rewards. Don't forget your Stampin' Rewards reduces that amount. And so if you don't have $75 once you apply those, then you have to add more to your cart to get that free shipping. So don't forget about that. But this is exciting. Y'all, I think they've done this almost every month. I mean, I know we're only in February, but I think they've done this every month since November, where there's been some free shipping days. We love these days. We love them. And maybe I just won't place an order at all until it comes out every month. Because free shipping allows you to kind of get another stamp set. Right, Verna? Right? I placed all of the bingo stuff last week and I should have held off because then I could have gotten some extra prizes for everyone. But that's usually the way it works, right? Yep. Okay, and then I did want to just remind you that the blessed, oh, Deb, yeah, yeah. Because we're halfway through the month. So halfway through the month means most of us demos have already placed our orders. Don't forget that I have the Blessed Beginnings class to go. That is, you can click this QR code and it'll take you to the landing page with all the information. The last day to register is next Wednesday, so make sure that you get registered by then if you'd like to do it. There are 3 different options if you want to. You've got the I want it all. You've got just the make and take with the basic products like your paper and all of that. And then you've got just the PDF tutorial only. So if you are interested in that, there is a link in the description of this video that you can do that with. And then last but not least, our new little Stampin' machine. is a exclusive offer right now for joining Stampin' Up. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. I'll be happy to send you information and walk through anything, answer questions, whatever it is. And I do like it. It is lightweight, so it's easy to travel with. If you have any questions on it, there's actually a video from last week, I think it was, where I kind of showed some tips and tricks on it too. It was either last week or the week before. I can't remember. So you can get that for free when you join Stampin' Up right now. So all of that is there. Okay, I'm going to put you down on the table and we're going to start crafting, because that is why we are all here. Maybe if I can get my my thing over here is deciding to have a mind of its own. My little pod, my little thing that holds it all together. And I got to plug in my phone because, of course, it's almost dead. It's getting old, so it's dying very quickly. Guess my order will go in this week. There you go, Melissa. There you go. Because you could get more stuff for your crop. With that free shipping, it'll save. And I always say, when you join Stampin' Up, really when you join, your discount is saving you your tax and shipping. Because really that's kind of what it breaks down to, is that you're just paying for the products. And so then as demos, if we get that free shipping, it makes it even better. Means we can add more stuff to the cart. Okay, this is the first card we're going to do, and I know we have done many things using this bundle. We're just going to use the stamp set and the washi tape, but I absolutely love this stamp set. This is a good one that you can do as a beginner, where you wouldn't even have to have the dies. You really can just stamp the images and do some really amazing things with. So we're going to do this. We are going to do a little bit of embossing, which I don't do as often anymore, but we are going to. And oh, there it is. Okay, so let me find my packet. Here we go. This is how all my classes come. It comes with like a little information of what I have coming up on the front, and then they get all of their pieces in here, and it all comes in an envelope. Because you know what? We all need some good envelopes to mail our stuff in. And it gives you one less thing to have to worry about when you leave class. You've got the envelope already. All right. So let me see if I can make all this work. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this amazing washi tape, and it's quite wide compared to normal washi tape that you see. And so what we're going to do is we are going to adhere it down to our cardstock piece here. This cardstock is bigger than what you need, so we're going to cut it down. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of start down here at the end. I let it hang off just a little bit. And then you don't want to do that. So I usually take off just a little bit. And I adhere one edge down, and then I just take my bone folder, or you can take your side of your hand, and you just rub it all the way down, just like that. And then you're just gonna rip it off on that end. So pretty easy to add it. Now from here, you could do two things. You can cut it down like we're gonna do tonight, or you can get the dies and you can cut out the images from it. So let's cut it down. So I'm going to grab my trimmer, and we're going to cut it down to 3.5 by 4.5. The washi tape is 3.5 across, and then of course it can be as long as you want it to be. So we're going to start here. So what I'm going to do is just kind of trim off the top a little bit. And that's just going to give me my flat, even edge, okay? Then I'm going to come around to the other side, and I'm going to cut it down to that 4.5. So now I have cut off the little scraggly parts that are on the end. Now this one, we're gonna go, because this is 3.5 wide, we wanna line it up so that it cuts off the cardstock part and not have like a weird white edge like that doesn't have any washi tape on it. So now we have our piece, and let me put this back. All right, then let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment. So we're gonna take our embossing buddy. Who likes to emboss? I love it. I will say it can be messy, but I do love it. I have always been amazed by how it turns shiny. I think the shiny part is my favorite, to watch it kind of do that. Anybody else with me on that? It makes it fun. All right, we're gonna turn this over and ink it up upside down since it's a larger sentiment. I'm gonna make sure it's good and inked up because I wanna make sure that it grabs all the white that it can. Nancy, you do? Yeah. It is so pretty, but it can be so messy. And y'all know I don't do glitter, so. All right, we're gonna stamp it in the middle of our cardstock there. Like that. Ta-da! And then we're gonna take our white embossing powder and I'm gonna stick that there. I'm gonna grab it by the edge because you don't want to touch that ink now because you want it to all get the white powder on it. I think I need some more white powder because I have actually used the white a whole bunch. All right, now I'm just gonna knock it so that it gets all that excess off. And I'm gonna use my finger to get it off that corner there. All right, so now we are gonna take some tweezers because I do not want to burn my fingers. And I'm gonna hold it like this. And if you don't like loud noises, I would say turn your volume down because the heat tool can be kind of loud. And Deb, okay, Kathy, yeah. You know, Verna, I don't either. I really don't do enough of it. And I go through a phase where I'll do a lot of it. And then I will like just forget to do it. And then I'll see a card online. And then I'm like, oh, that's heat embossing. Let me bring it back out. And then I'll do it for a while. And then I stop again. I don't do it enough. That's for sure. And if you have those big containers, kind of like I do, it's not as messy. You can kind of keep it semi-controlled. But it goes from powder to shiny. And I love it. Make sure I get this end down here. Oh, oh yeah, Deb, the metallics, oh yes. Those can be a lot of fun. I would like to get to where I learn how to emboss on vellum. I've never been good at that. I burn my vellum. And I think it's probably because I maybe hold it on there too long. I don't know. But I'd love to kind of maybe take and figure that out. Maybe one day. I'm off this week. Maybe I could do it this week. Maybe I could play around with it. All right, so let's add this piece to our inside so that when we go to mail it to someone, it is nice and crisp on the inside for our writing. This one we are going to take and add dimensionals to the front, or not to the front. We want to add it to the back. And we're going to go, I think, yep, there we go. And then we'll take off our backs. You know what, Nancy? I do not disagree with you. I wish that they would do every color. Now, I will say this, the clear, is kind of fun to use too, because if you stamp it really quick on your cardstock, then put your clear embossing powder over it, you can actually it'll like just make it look shiny, which is always good. White on vellum is beautiful. You know, okay. All right, so Deb, so don't hold the tool too close. Okay, so maybe that's what I do, because I do hold it kind of close. So maybe I need to just practice. Maybe that's what I should do. Practice a lot. Okay, we're going to add dimensionals to the back of our sentiment. Now, one thing I do want to tell you is this is kind of shiny and slippery, so just know that you want to add dimensionals at least on both of these sides, so that when you put it down, your sentiment is being held especially well on the side. And actually that's kind of a lie, because it doesn't go over enough now that I'm looking at it. But we're gonna just add dimensionals. If you press down on it really hard too, it will it'll eventually stay. But it's just because of that slickness. It likes to kind of slip and come off at the beginning. So it takes a minute to adhere. All right, so we're going to take off all this. And before we attach it, we're going to take some linen thread. And we are going to tie a pretty large bow. Kind of like that. And then we're going to trim off that tail there. Kind of make sure they're about even. Oh. And I'm getting embellishments everywhere. Oops. All right, we'll hold on to that one for a second. All right, then I'm going to take a glue dot. And I'm going to attach that right here. Make sure I've got it going the right way. So we're going to attach it there. Then we'll pull this in. And we're going to push down. Make sure it kind of stays there. Okay. Then we're going to add some embellishments. That was on the outside of my linen thread package, so we're going to use that one. Then we're going to grab my favorite tool, and we're going to add here, and I know why it was on there, because look, I only have one one on there. Well, no, there's two. There's two. All right, and then we're going to add down here, and we're going to just push on it to make sure it stays. Again, it's that slipperiness of the washi tape. One thing you could do is use liquid glue. Liquid glue would be really good for it too, because it gets sticky, and so it will adhere pretty well. We're going to kind of pull this out like that. There we go. Okay. And we'll add one more because, well, it went missing. There we go. All right, so there is card number 1. Simple and easy, yet, in my opinion, very elegant. Looks like, especially with the heat embossing, it makes you look like you took a little bit more time to create the card. All right, we're going to set that aside. I'm going to put all of this in here and move my little bucket, because I am like out of room everywhere over here. Oh, let me move this too. Okay, card number 2. Yes, Deb, the sentiments in this stamp set can be big. Some of them are big. And then, oddly enough, like the thank you is really tiny. So you have a big sentiment, and then these are fairly big. Not like, I mean, yeah, that's fairly big. And then the thank you is like many. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of It's kind of awkward in some of those sizes, but it's okay because, you know, you put a big sentiment on it and ta-da, makes it all great. Yes, and you know, we used to have those little ones, and you would see a lot of people taking the washi tape and doing like diagonals and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's so many things you can do with washi tape. Besides just holding your dies down on the Stampin' and cut and emboss machine. A new order, Deb. Sorry. You know, I say sorry. Y'all do just the same to me for sure. All right, so let's do our next card. And I'm moving some stuff around over here so I can get it. So this one here, I kind of, yesterday or Saturday when I had my class, it was Valentine's Day, so I wanted to do hearts, but I didn't want it to be Valentine's Day. And I really wanted to use the newest February product of the month, which is this paper here. I did a little quick video so you can go watch it, and I showed all the different designs. But y'all, this paper is so pretty, so pretty. So I wanted to use it, and I wanted it to I wanted it to be, I don't know, louder than what it ended up being. But I think it is just the right amount of it in the background that it really makes the sentiment stand out. So anyway, so we are going to take it and attach it to a white piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do all 4 sides since this goes on the outside. And I really, with this paper, I wish I could get more than one pack because, oh man, it is just so pretty. All right, my fingers are not working all of a sudden. There we go. All right, let's see if I can get it down. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and put our sentiment on here. And this was kind of a product of the month card, actually, because we used the February product of the month for the paper. And then we are using the January product of the month, which was still available when I did the blog post. So we are going to take and stamp our sentiment in the middle. I know, Nancy, I know. I could buy 3 more packs of that paper. It is so pretty. But you know, I don't know, maybe it won't sell out, and then maybe eventually they'll open it up for us to all buy another pack. That might be one that I would hoard for sure. For sure. Okay, I think I've inked it up enough. We're going to stamp here in the center of our heart, our sentiment. Ta-da. And then I'm going to take, so this heart comes from these dies right here, and you can see it's got those little things on the edge. I'm going to take and pop those out real quick, and I'm going to do it over a trash can so that I don't have little pieces everywhere. When I was cutting these out for class, I had little petal pink dots everywhere. I had to get some tape to get it, and a vacuum cleaner to get it all up. It was almost kind of like glitter, and I keep still finding them everywhere. All right, there we go. Now we are going to take and pop this up right about here. So we'll flip that over, add some dimensionals. I don't know how many I'm going to need, but we'll see here. I think that's enough. All right, so then we'll stick this heart right here, kind of at an angle. Maybe down just a little further. There we go. Then I've cut out another heart. This one is blue, so we just need to put a dimensional on that edge over here. Yep, right there. And then we'll take some seal and put it on this side. And then this is going to overlay on it like that. I'm going to move this because I don't need that anymore. Okay, next let's put it on our card front. And we're going to fold that in half. Oops. Got a little carried away there. We're going to flip this over. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of this because, you know, you can never have too many dimensionals. If I can get them off. I seriously think my fingers just don't work today. I can't seem to pick anything up and I seem to be dropping all kinds of stuff. All right, so then we're gonna go here and here and then I thought I missed one, but I did not. Then we're gonna stick this in the center and we'll go ahead and add this into our inside. And we'll stick it down just like that. Okay, so now we're gonna tie our ribbon. And I put on this one the Misty Moonlight ribbon, but these, this is a combo pack with it. There's not very much ribbon. So we did finish up that roll during class. So I'm gonna use white, which I think will be just fine because it's got the white layer back there in the back. So we're gonna come here. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. There we go. We'll put these at an angle. I love this ribbon. It's very soft and it's easy to tie a bow. So, all right, then we'll grab a glue dot and we're gonna attach it right about here, just down there at the bottom. That's actually much bigger than the sample one. No card is ever the same, right? Even if you try to make the same one. And then we're gonna use these little blue hues of blues flower. You got clear ones here. So we're gonna take, and let's put a white one or a clear one. We'll do that in there. I think I need to get some new sticky for that top. And then we're gonna put a big one there. We'll put a big one down here. And then we're gonna come and put a little one and a little one. Ta-da! And there is card number 2. Yes, Kathy, the paper is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I will be stalking it to see if they ever offer it to us, and I will let you know. I do hope that maybe they'll offer them if they don't sell out, maybe eventually. So, all right, so there is card number 2. A little bit different, but still nice and easy to put together. All right, let's go to card number 3. Move some stuff out of the way. Okay, this one is for my color challenge with my team. We do color challenges and we do color creative, and then we do like a swap. And so this one uses all the colors that were part of our color challenge, and it is using Verna and Kathy's favorite stamp set, which is the lovely arrangements, which I personally cannot stop using either. So let me grab all of my little pieces here. This one, we're going to do a little bit of coloring, but it doesn't take long to get it colored. So we are going to, I'm going to sit this back here so I don't do things with it. But I do actually, before I move on, I want to show you something. Okay, so when I was putting this card together for class, do you see this little smudge right here? So when I stamped my background, I didn't put a piece of grid paper underneath it. So when I flipped this over to put dimensionals on it so I could put it on the card, I got some splatter, or I got some little dots there, okay? So I fixed it by taking my Stampin' Right marker and flicking ink across it so you couldn't tell. With every little oopsie, there is a way to fix it. There is always a way to fix it. So we're gonna add the flicking because it's there and it's pretty. Oh yeah, thank you, Deb, for reminding me. I forgot because I already did, I already redeemed mine. Okay, I gotta find a piece of grid paper. I think, there we go. Because I think it would be best for me to put the grid paper underneath now. So I don't have some more whoopsies. All right, so we're gonna take our Old Olive and we are going to ink it up. And we're gonna just start stamping in different directions. And we'll do there. And let's do that way. And we'll do right there. And let's do there. And let's do a little piece there. Okay, perfect. All right, now I am going to set that aside. We are going to take our little arch die here. We're going to stamp first. We're going to stamp our happy birthday because we want that to be at the bottom. Yes, Verna, that is why y'all did the flicking, because I did a whoopsie. And you know, I am getting to the point of where I really just feel there's a way to fix everything. So why waste the cardstock when you can fix it with like an embellishment or with flicking? Oops, I still need this. So yes, that is why you did the flicking. Because it was not supposed to be that way first. All right, we're going to stamp the large flower down here. Then we're going to stamp the small flower at the top, like that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to color it in. So we're going to do the big one first, and that is done with Calypso Coral. And we're going to not color in the center. We're going to just do the petals. And one of our colors for the color challenge, so it was Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Old Olive, and Petal Pink. So we're going to use our Petal Pink to do the center of our Calypso Coral one. And actually, I think I'm going to do it for our Pool Party one too. And maybe you can see it a little bit better. Because if not, I'm going to have to go and add some Petal Pink flowers so that it's really showable for our challenge. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to take the dark Calypso Coral now, and I'm just going to go up these little droned lines that the Stampin' Up! Artist did. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So ta-da! Then we're going to take the dark Petal Pink, and we're going to color it in like that. And then let's just go ahead and color this in right there. And we're going to do Pool Party. And we'll color. I think I kind of like it with the Pool Party. I mean, the Petal Pink in the center. That's kind of fun. So now this is officially the challenge. Yay! Because I didn't feel like you could really tell that that was Petal Pink. down there. All right, we're just gonna add some dark Pool Party. And I'm gonna have to get a new Pool Party pen, I'm sure, because it's starting to, the Pool Party ones don't last very long. All right, there we go. So now we're gonna line this up like this. And then I'm gonna put my grid paper behind it. Actually, you know what we could do? Well, yeah, no, we're just gonna do this. We're gonna line it up like that. And then we're gonna take our old olive and we're gonna splatter some ink across it. And I'm gonna move that now. I'm gonna add some extra. There we go. I love flicking. I love it. It's my favorite, one of my favorite things. Oh, good. And you're exactly right, Deb. It is always a good reason to embellish, always. And in my opinion, I think flicking is like a type of embellishment. It's enhancing the card. All right, we are going to flip this over now. We're going to add a little bit of adhesive right about here and here. We're going to take this amazing ribbon here and attach it, cut it off. Then we are going to take dimensionals and put it on the back of this. And one. There we go. We're going to stick this over the ribbon like this. Ta-da. Then we're going to flip this over, put dimensionals on the back of this. Because again, there is never too many dimensionals that can go on a card. Actually, yes, there is. You can put too many and then not be able to mail it. But if you do about 2 layers, that's usually about the cutoff for the thickness. So, all right. Then, oops, I forgot to fold our card base. That would have been helpful. All right, so then we're gonna stick this right here on the front, like that. Then we're gonna take this pretty ribbon and we're gonna tie a bow with it. And this is actually kind of a fun ribbon. You could break this one apart and get some strings out of it too, which would be kind of fun. Y'all know I am good at that. All right, then we're gonna pull that tight. We're gonna take our scissors, cut, and it's kind of a stretchy ribbon, so it kind of like shrinks too, which is kind of fun. And then we'll take a glue dot, and then we're gonna stick it right about here. And then ta-da, there is card number 3. Easy peasy card. All right. Now for our last card, we put all of this in here so I don't stamp everything or, you know, have to flick the next card because I have ink all over it. Okay, last but not least is this one. So I know it's not October, but you know, it's never not a time. So I wanted to do kind of a breast cancer card. And so that's kind of where this came from. I did this for a swap with some other demonstrators, and this was my card. We're gonna need our dies for this one because we're gonna cut out just a little bit. So let's grab our packet. And then we are going to I'm going to go ahead and stamp this. So I felt like I stamped it with the black memento first, and then I colored it in, and I felt like that was a little much. So I then went and stamped it with the Pretty in Pink and colored it in with the Pretty in Pink, which I felt did it justice. I felt like it was a little bit better. It wasn't so in your face. So we're going to color it in with the light Pretty in Pink. So it gives it still that definition of the ribbon, but doesn't make it so overpowering. And alrighty. Okay, there we go. And then we'll set these aside because then we'll cut all of that at one time. And we're going to take this here. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our sentiment at the bottom because that will be important. And I need my little piece here. All right, so we're going to ink this up. And my, I had to ink up my Melon Mambo, so it's going to be a little darker now than what this sample is. And we're going to stamp this down right here. And I'm going to hope that I didn't get all that extra with it. And I did not. Yes. All right. And then we're going to do the So Much in Black Memento. And then we're going to stamp it right above here. Like that. Okay. Now, let's add our paper. So we've got some strips of paper, and we're going to start by adhering these down. So we're just going to take our seal and we're going to adhere it starting above. Let me move it up. Starting above that designer series, or the sentiment. That's what I'm looking for, the word. Now I'm just going to kind of lay these out to make sure that I space it out the way I want it to be spaced out. And I think that will work. I can get them a little closer together. Okay, perfect. All right, so then we'll put seal across this one. And we will line it up there. And then this one. And we'll line it up. I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. So don't make it. You can eyeball this pretty well to get the distance between it. So, all right, so there we go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut off. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to take our trimmer. So I am pulling out my little trimmer. And we are going to trim it this way. Because I am not good cutting it with scissors. I will cut into the actual cardstock itself. And then we'll have to start over. And we don't want to do that. Ta-da! Simple and easy. If you do not have a little cutter, you need to go to Amazon and get you one. They are wonderful. Stampin' Up! Does not sell theirs, so you would have to go to Amazon and get one, but there's some good ones out there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down to our basic black piece. And then we're going to pull in our machine, and we're going to cut out these pieces here. So you could even use the mini cutter for this one too, since these pieces are little. All right, so there we go. We're going to take this, and the circle. And we're going to swap this. that goes there, and that goes there. And then this one goes here, and I'm going to grab a little piece of tape and we're going to put it there, grab our other plate, run it through. And see if I can get that off the plate. There we go. Okay, so now we can put this together. So we're gonna fold this in half. Oops. We are gonna flip this over, add dimensionals. I have used a lot of dimensionals tonight. And we'll need one more. We'll put this on the front. Now I did do, one I actually did for my swap. I put, I wonder if I have an extra one. Let me see. I think I do. Oh, see if I can get it out. I took and put linen thread underneath that, but I didn't make them do a little tiny linen bow on Saturday. So, but you could add like a bow or something like that. You could even change this to a heart, which one of our ladies did on Saturday. So, and she did love instead, which was really cute too. So there's so many things you could switch it up to do. All right. I'll move that, that, and that, and then I'm going to set those there so I don't lose them. We're going to poke this out with our take your pick tool, and ta-da. Okay, so now we're going to take and adhere that down to the center. Right there. And then we'll take a little mini dimensional. Does anybody use a lot of mini dimensionals? I don't very much. Yeah. I will have this probably for the next, I don't know, year. I don't use them very often, for sure. We're going to do a big dimensional on the back of this one. It's not very often we use those little mini dimensionals, and then we'll stick it there. And then ta-da, there is our last card. Okay, oh, you know what? We forgot to, I forgot to put this on the center. So let's add this to the inside. Ta-da. And y'all, I think I just figured out what it was. We did melon mambo on Saturday. I think this is strawberry slush. I think that's what the difference is. Interesting. Well, either way, they both turned out the same, right? Okay, so that's our last card. Now, I wanted to tell you, if you place a $75 order this week, which, again, now we have free shipping Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Ta-da! So free shipping is coming. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, $75 or more. So that's before tax, before shipping, after Stampin' Rewards. And any order that you place this week will get you the tutorial for all 4 cards that we created tonight. The other thing is, if you are on my email list, you will also get the tutorial, because I'm going to email out the full tutorial this week for all 4 cards. So if you go to the blog post, you can join. There should be a link in there. If not, there's a link in the description of this video for you to get added to my email. And again, I will send that to you. If you go to the blog, it only has the products that we used this week. So it's kind of, I'm trying to get you guys to join my email list. And so you'll get something free from me this week. And these are great products, but the card layouts are things that you could even do with anything you already have, especially this one. because we all have a million pieces of designer series paper. So, all right, everyone, that is it for tonight. I had a great time and I am glad that you liked the flicking, Verna. And we will see you next week. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you next week. I don't know what we're going to do next week. We may do the Easter basket one because I've got about 4 or 5 cards for that one. So I could do multiple lives next week with it. So that might be what we do, so we can go ahead and start getting ready for Easter. But I will let you know next week. All right, everyone, have a great evening and see you later. Bye.